Diamonds and rubies in abundance, but lips that speak wisdom is a rare jewel. I am that jewel. Hey, this is Rare Jewels and welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is going to be based on what is a spiritual awakening. So I can only speak from my experience, so that's what I'm going to do. I want to keep this video short. And it's so many things that go along with this topic. It really has to be broken down. So I am going to give just my short take on it, and then I will do videos in between on I guess my experience and my journey. Okay, there is no one right way. There is a lot of videos on YouTube explaining the spiritual awakening process step by step. I've watched those. I've done tons of research, but like I said, everyone does have their similar stories and also their own individual stories. So my spiritual awakening, I did not know what was happening to me at first. So around 2020 is where I really had to make tough decisions for my life, and it started with me deciding to get a divorce. I was married for 23 years, and me deciding to get a divorce was the catalyst that would trigger so many things to come. So when you watch a lot of different videos about the spiritual journey and the spiritual awakening, one thing that was prominent in every video that I watched was that certain things will trigger the awakening. Certain things that, like a divorce, a death, meeting your twin flame, a near-death experience. I had all these things happen to me. So I'm saying that the divorce catalyzed me. It was the first catalyzation, if that is a word. It was the first catalyzation that would trigger this awakening. So that was the first big decision and the first thing that triggered my spiritual awakening. The second thing is I had two near-death experiences. I had a heart attack in 2019, and then I also had a mild heart attack in 2020. And actually that mild heart attack, the first one, is one of the biggest reasons why I decided to divorce my husband. And I want to say that we are on great terms now, so I will not be bashing him or anything, but I will be speaking from my truth. But during that process of going through the heart attack, the treatment and the lack of support was so sad that I did have to make big decisions and leave. And thank God that I had my own money and able to get out of the situation. Well, actually, he had to leave. But I'm the type of girl that gives time and gives grace. So living with someone almost a whole year while you're giving them time and grace is not easy. But I did that. And 2020, of course, we had COVID going on. So the second thing, the second thing that triggered my awakening was the near-death experiences. The third thing that would trigger my awakening was meeting my twin flame at a wedding. That triggered me big time. Now, during all these things, I did not know that I was being triggered into a spiritual awakening. I didn't know that I was being called to my higher self. I would learn this later. So I learned when I realized that this was a spiritual awakening. This happened in July of 2022. So I meet my twin flame at the end of 2021. My husband and I are separated for almost a year. During that year separation, we traveled, did so much together as friends, And since I wasn't dating anybody, I felt like it's okay. He's still technically my husband. I can do all these things with him, right? So I didn't file divorce papers right away. I waited to the end of 2021 after I met my twin flame. So you can call that whatever, and you can judge that whatever. I don't care. But I'm going to laugh during these conversations, okay? Because I'm just that type of girl. All right, let's keep it lightweight because there are going to be some heavy topics, but let's keep it light. So after meeting my twin flame at a wedding, when you talk about love at first sight, instant connection, instant strong vibe, what is this, who is this? When we laid eyes on each other, he seen me first, and then when we first laid eyes on each other, immediately what dropped in my spirit was, that's your husband. You know, I still ask God, like, was that real? Was that you? But he is my spiritual husband, I believe, okay? Now, I have so much to say on this later on, because what would happen with learning about the twin flame? I am such a destined person. If I'm called to do something, and I'm a Capricorn, so when I'm called to do something, it's like I'm getting it done. So I would stay on this twin flame journey and kind of beating myself up when I wanted to get off the journey, and I thought that I had to stay and just accept what this person would do and what they would come with. Like, we're supposed to be together, we're, you know, and just kind of stay there. That also did a lot to me on this spiritual process. But let me go back. So those are the three things that triggered my awakening: the divorce, near-death experiences, 2, and meeting my twin flame. So when you talk about being catalyzed into your awakening, and that's really what an awakening is. It is calling you to your higher self. And so on a spiritual level, when we decide to come here on planet Earth, which is nothing but a big school to learn, when we do decide to come here, we are coming in with the journey that we have signed up for. So when you are asleep and really not knowing who you are, when you are being awoken, you chose to awaken that way. So I chose to have that karmic marriage for all those years. I chose to be awoken that way, with the divorce, with the near-death experiences, and meeting my twin flame. And there's things in between that are out of my control and also in my control. That's why there are so many topics and things to speak on this spiritual journey and ascension process. You have to have videos and people like myself on YouTube to help you understand. So those are the 3 ways that what triggered my spiritual awakening. So as those things were going on, I'm not knowing that I'm being called to my higher self. So I meet my twin flame in October of 2021. I go through love, incredible amount of love for a few months. I mean, just like agape love, like just drenched in this new found love. And I'm thinking life is about to be just okay. Child, the shadow work and the things that would be triggered for me to heal was fantastic. Fantastic now that I understand, but going through it and not understanding, oh my gosh. So I am awakened. I know that something is going on around 2022, around March or so. I start to around March or April. Well, I want to say February, because something changed in me. I started wanting to eat different. I started going to the gym, even though I needed to be going to the gym because of the mild heart attack that I had. But it was something just like your girl start getting some type of judge. I don't know. It just like food was not agreeing with me. I just started to change. Just really wanting to hear from God, yearning from God. And then now my heart is being broke because me and my twin flame, things are not working out. All these things are coming up in my spirit. And I'm a forgiver by nature, but things were just happening. And then the word twin flame, I've never heard of a twin flame. I heard of soulmates and all that, but I never dug into the meaning. So twin flame kept coming into my spirit. Basically, I want to say my head, but when things come into my head, that's really my spirit talking. So other things were coming in my spirit too. And so I was questioning Christianity. I was questioning my faith. Like, so much was happening. And so the word twin flame, it kept being in my spirit. It just kept being in my spirit. So one day I go on YouTube and I put in twin flames. The first video that I watched was a young lady. Her name is Infinity. The name of her channel is Magnetize Yourself. I still watch her to this day. She has been such a guide for me. She is definitely part of my soul family. I get like emotional because if it wasn't for this first channel that I started to watch on YouTube, I don't know. But even that was what was supposed to happen. So just learning the concept of twin flames and what it is and that's where I realized I am going through an awakening. Her channel is it's not based on just twin flames, but it's based on spirituality, the ascension process, just like this channel. However, she's a tarot reader. I started getting into readings, and you know, when you're a Christian, all that stuff is like, no, you ain't supposed to play with none of that. So, and then, you know, the African American community, we so holier than that. We be like, I ain't doing it. I ain't even watching YouTube. I'm not doing, we are just a mess. Okay. So some of us, you know, I was one of those people. So I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to be watching her, but from the first video, I knew this was answering so many questions. And then so just listening to her, she is doing videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and sometime in between. I needed that. I needed to know what was happening to me. I needed to know what was going on. And then so once I knew, I was like, God, why didn't you just tell me? Why didn't you just tell me that this is what I was going through? So from there, that would trigger me to a whole nother level. When I say life-changing, it was life-changing, still is life-changing. But before that, I'm going through this process, and God is literally taking my whole life, say my whole life is in a bin. God turned that bin over and started shaking everything out. I mean, my entire life. And I could say taken, but it's really like he just started taking the friends away. The business started slowing down. I had to stop 2 businesses right dead in the... Who can stop their money from flowing in? Everything came to a halt. Relationships, I had to deal with them head on, and I was so sweet, so nice, didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I had to let a lot of people go in. I'm in the gym mad. I lost vehicles. I lost my home, and God was just dumping, and I'm trying to hold on to everything. Please don't take the car. Please don't take the business. Please don't take the relationship with my family, people that I love. Please don't take this. Please don't. And so many nights of heartache. I mean, crying uncontrollably because of the heartbreak that I was feeling, not only from my husband. I felt like with my husband, like it was little heartbreak there. And, you know, but that was like nothing compared to the heartbreak with my twin flame. Somebody I had just met, like how could that love be so much stronger than the love with someone I was married to? And so it's very hard to explain. That's why I'm doing this channel, because somebody else is definitely going through all these things. So I want to keep the video under 25 minutes. So I'm doing short videos, and I'm going to be uploading them because there's so much information. I'm going to try to do it orderly, but I'm just going to let God lead me and just keep dropping videos. So the spiritual journey, when I believe also you don't know right away, because that's part of the process. That's part of your learning. That's part of the ascension. And some things that you're learning right now, and then a few months from now, it's kind of like God will bring you back to this moment and remind you of why and how. And so when you are dealing with spirit, things are not understood like in the natural. So you have to come out of your own mind and learn from your spirit. And that is hard to do when you are on your own. So God has workers like myself, like you are, light workers, star seeds, which I identify as well. We are here on a spiritual journey, and some of us are leading the pack and are becoming spiritual teachers through YouTube and other channels to teach and to answer questions, and also to help others rise up and understand what they are going through, and also creating platforms and families within side of YouTube for people to come talk, for people to get answers, and to understand this process. I also want to bring in the 144,000. That is, I'm getting chills right now as I said that. This is a time on this planet Earth where the 144,000 are arising. So, we all have a purpose and a calling here on earth. There is darker energies here for their purpose. There is lighter energies here for their purpose. And then there is the in-between. Some people are here not to awaken, but just to be here. But we are all needed in the collective, right? So to raise the vibration of this planet, there has to be love. There has to be awakening. There has to be shadow work done to heal the karmic patterns that we deal with in the family. So we have people that are here as generational curse breakers that are planted inside of families to help bring that family out of karmic patterns, which is dark forces, right? So all these things I want to get into, but I have to, I guess, bring them in orderly. So this is kind of like an introduction as well on a lot of the things that I'm going to be talking about. And it's very, very interesting. On this journey, I've watched, I want to say thousands of hours. Yes, thousands and thousands of hours on almost every topic that I just named. So it's almost like I went to school. And actually, those of us that are ascending and awakening, those of us that are a part of the 144,000, those of us that are star seeds and light workers, there is so much work to do, and we do get trained through YouTube and others. And then when God has called us forth to be that teacher, here we are. Here I am. So I look forward to bringing more and more teachings and basically sharing my journey. So just to keep it light, I'll be coming with another video going deeper, but just to keep it light, this video was basically just about me identifying that I was on a spiritual journey. So when you click on to other videos and try to find answers, those are some of the things you will hear. Those are the things that catalyze you and trigger your awakening. things that I mentioned, divorce, near-death experiences, meeting your twin flame, or a high-level soulmate. Yes, when it's time for you to awaken, it is time for you to awaken. You don't know the day, the time, or the hour, but when it is time, you will. Some of us have agreed on that. Some of us are here to just remain asleep. But those of us that are awoke, here it is. Here it is. The journey begins. So I look forward to bringing you more and more videos. I wanted to keep that lightweight in about 20 minutes. I'm looking at my timer. So I will end the video right here. Go ahead, like and subscribe. Let's build up this channel. It's going to be good. It's going to be so good. Okay, diamonds and rubies in abundance, but lips that speak wisdom is a rare jewel. I am that jewel. Go ahead and like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.